I know y'all was waiting for this one. I knew it. Listen, I get it. He had a poor game. No, poor game is to say the least. He had a very trash game, and I'm not even going to sit here and defend it. If you guys don't know, I stand Team JK. I still stand Team JK. I won't switch. I'm not somebody who just jumps the ship that fast. Granted, he chose the worst possible day to have his worst game. I can't sit here and lie to you, and that's one thing about me. The people who's new to my videos, I have my biases, but I still will call it how I see it. I don't care who you is. That's who I am. I can't fake it. I can't sit here and give people a pass just because I'm a fan of theirs. So that being said, JK, where to begin? I'm gonna be honest with you. It really makes me beg the question. Did you even truly care about how you've been treated this whole tenure with the Warriors? Like, you would think with everything that's happened and how you've been pretty much the scapegoat, how you got DMPs on this sorry team, the whole contract standoff you had, and how they pretty much undervalued your worth and how much they undervalued your worth, and even what you envision yourself to be in the likeness of Kobe Bryant, as far as where you would want your career, the trajectory to go. And for the fact that they pretty much dismissed that and said, no, not going to happen. We don't see that. Like, the fact that you would think with all that, with all the noise, you would have thought coming into the game, you would have been at the very least amped up, at the very least in attack mode, going at anybody, especially knowing like you're the athlete, you're the super athletic player who loves to get downhill. So the fact that you only drove the ball twice, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think I only seen you drive the ball twice. And everything else was you pretty much settling for jump shots. You really never tried to oppose your will physically on this game. And it's unfortunate because you was on this Warriors team. This is where I'm a little confused. Well, maybe all the haters and everybody who's, being against you maybe have a point with this one. As far as IQ, you would think, being that you played on this team, you know their weakness. You know they don't have a rim protector. Porzingis wasn't even playing last game, so it's not even like there was a threat of a 7'2" dude in the paint. You should have been all inside the paint, all over the rim at will. Similar to like your teammate, Dyson Daniels. I don't know too much about him, but what he showed me last night, that would have been what I would expect it from you. For real. But the fact that you didn't show that to me, all the trolls, everybody that was against you, you just gotta live with that one today. I mean, you just gonna have to live with this one. I'm gonna be honest with you, because you did not dispel any of that noise. You played so bad last night, and if I didn't know who you was, I would have assumed you was non-existent out there on the court. Like, that's how bad you played. And for the people like, you can't give him a pass. Don't give him a pass. Call it how you see it. For the people that say he played great defense, in which way? Because the minute he checked into the game with that second unit, the Hawks' lead went down immediately to the point where the Warriors actually looked like they was trying to take control of the game. Like, no, we're not going to sit here and give him a pass. The game, especially that first half in particular, he played like trash. In the second half, he was just the beneficiary of everything that the starting five allowed, everything that the starting five built, as far as giving them that, I think it was like a 20-something point lead. He did nothing yesterday. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now, and also for the people that try to say he was injured, no excuses. You literally just proved all the haters, which, who really cares? You're not really playing for the haters. But, yeah. You literally just proved all the haters that's been against you. Pretty much everybody that's been against you, you proved them wrong. I mean, you proved them right last night with your performance. That's what I'm saying. Like, you really picked the worst time to have your worst game ever against the team that literally tried to, I would say, ruin it. I don't know if they tried to ruin your career, but they at least put it on a trajectory or put it on a pathway to now it's always going forward will be an uphill battle, just because of the perception they put on you as far as not a team player, selfish, with those type of those tags or those type of labels, like I say, you're in a uphill battle every game going forward. Now, I'm pretty sure the Hawks fans, in the grand scheme of things, because like I said, they've seen you play these handful of games since you've been with the Hawks, and this is where like the extremists need to calm down. The fact, yes, we can say that he has a bad game. We all seen he had a bad game, but the fact that you guys are going so far as to saying, like, I've seen this post game interview video on YouTube, and I've looked at the comments obviously. And for me to see people saying he's the biggest Warriors draft bust we ever had, like, this is what I'm saying. Why the extreme approach? He had one bad game, so yes, I get the narratives need to be there for this game. It needs to, like, no, like, there won't be no pushback from me at all. But you can't sit here and make that statement and just disregard all the games he had up to this point with the Hawks. Every game before then has been impactful. Every game he's played with the Hawks so far has been impactful. To the point, like I said, they were literally shouting out, "Thank you, Warriors!" Like, come on now, we're not going to sit here and act like just last night's bad game should be case closed as far as he's just a bust. No. But last night definitely was a bad look for everybody who supported JK. That was a bad look for us last night. We gonna have to take this one on the chin. JK, please, next time you play the Warriors, please go for 40. You have to. You can't settle for 10 points. You got to go for 40 for what you just did. I can't stomach the trolls. I can't stomach the extremists. Please, JK. But yeah, that being said, now let's quickly pivot to the Warriors. What more can we say? Our team sucks. I think that's all we need to say. Our team sucks without Steph Curry. It's been reports that he's been ramping up. I think he's going to have like a scrimmage. I don't know if it's scrimmage is today. I'm making this video on a Sunday, by the way. I don't know if the scrimmage today or next week. But what is he ramping up towards? Once again, we're the 10th seed. We're going nowhere fast. So it's like the brains behind why. If I'm assuming this injury is because he's been carrying too much workload for us. Like, yeah, especially the offensive load. Why then would you then put him in a situation to where he's going to have to do that same thing again? But even more because Jimmy Butler is not on the court. It's not really much to talk about this team. This team has made nothing but dumb decisions for these last handful of years. Another dumb decision is about to take place once Steph Curry gets back on the court. And one thing I will say that I've noticed I noticed and I'm wondering if anybody else noticed the same thing from this team. The minute we play other young athletic players, or just the minute we play athletic teams, we look so inferior. We look so soft. We look so small. We look so unskilled. It's crazy to me. The minute a team has an athletic group, a group that brings physicality, we don't look the part. We don't really look like an NBA team. Especially, like I said, everybody outside of Steph and Jimmy. Like, yeah, it's like, I'm talking about the young guys in particular. They don't really look like NBA players. It's that bad. It's just, who came up with this roster? Like, can we, like, I don't, this is part where I'm having a hard time. Who are we to blame for this? Because they need to get criticized day in, day out until they make the necessary adjustments. This roster sucks. And just the way the roster is being utilized is even worse. It's like, man, they go hand in hand. That's what I'm saying. It just feels like Kerr is in part of all of this crap. But just the fact that we're still relying on it. Now I could say it because, like, he's 38 now. We're relying on a 38-year-old player to come and save the day for us. And he's now been dealing with a lot of injuries because he's been carrying too much of the load. And now we're expecting him to pretty much do the same thing. This, like I said, this team just, oh man, it is what it is at this point. Like I said, I'm just looking forward to covering these other teams. And like I said, one thing I will do, and what I'm trying to do, going forward, I'm hoping to trying to make these videos in a more timely fashion. I don't think there's been a video I've made that's at least been talking about current events. Everything. That's why a lot of the topics has been like big picture stuff. So yeah, so like I said, I'm recording this on the Sunday, the day after that Hawks game. I'm trying to get this video out tonight. That's the goal. That's something at least I'm going to try to aim for sure. Like I said, getting these videos out in a more timely fashion, because what ended up happening was I made a short the other day about Gee. Yeah, I think I made a short the game after the Celtics or the game after Detroit. And like I said, he put together a good stretch. I believe they say he was averaging 16 points per game in the month of March. Or at least, yeah, within the last month. I'm like, yo, he's the only dude in my eyes is the only positive sign we have going forward. He's been hooping. He's been consistent, especially as far as with the scoring numbers. And like I said, he would just show me more and more. But then to follow that, he then had a game like last night where he only scored 2 points. And so, like I said, everything, that short that I just made, looked pretty bad. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I don't care. I still stand on what I said. He's still, to me, the brightest spot we have going forward as far as with the young players. So, like I said, I'm not gonna make this video too long. If you stay to the end, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm out.